What's up? Welcome back to Blown Cap. Happy Ampersand Day. Today we're going to be looking at the very attractive and pretty rare Pioneer CS-66G. The CS-66 is an awesome speaker that came out between 1971 and 1974. It was a mid-level speaker from them, nestled somewhere between the CS-33 and the 5-way 6-speaker CS-99. Now, the 1971 Pioneer catalog had loads of things to choose from, but check out this monster 340-watt behemoth known as the SX2500. Ah, the receiver wars. What a time to be alive. I wasn't alive, but what a time to be alive. Now, even though this was around the time of the famous receiver wars, Pioneer was aiming this more at the mid-level consumer, maybe somebody who didn't need as much power. Due to its reasonably small size and efficiency, this was the perfect choice for someone with a small bedroom or maybe a dorm room. I researched these on the HiFiEngine.com, and the description that I found on there states, balanced sound reproduction from a compact, highly versatile speaker system is now yours with the Pioneer CS-66. This smooth, clear voice system features 3 cone-type speakers in a 3-way design. Low distortion and rich performance from any input up to 40 watts thanks to its high efficiency. Vertically or horizontally, it provides maximum sound dissipation. The specs are as followed. I will put them on the screen. There they are. They're there or not. But now what Pioneer really nailed on the head with this is their efficiency. They're 92.5 decibel, which is really, really good. So meaning you don't have to have a very high powered amplifier to make these sound good and to make these loud. For example, I have this old audiophile Comp 100, and it states on the back that it is a hi-fi 2-way speaker, but it also puts on there its SPL, which it says 92.5 decibels, wow, which is the same, dB at 1 watt at 1 meter with 8 ohm impedance. That means with only 1 watt of power at a meter away, it makes 92.5 decibels, which is pretty significant. This was a really cool speaker that I found at Goodwill, and I couldn't find the other one. I kept going back. I figured maybe, they only put one out and then they forgot to put the other one out, and they never put it out. So I will buy this from you if you have one or two. Hit me up, let me know. Take my money. Now, these came in the dark walnut, which I think is a beautiful finish on them. They're a sealed design with the common push type speaker jacks. But these have a decrease, normal, and increase setting, which connects directly to the crossover and will adjust the crossover point and vary the sound. They actually have a really cool grill. I've always liked these grills. Fisher did a grill that was kind of like this too, and I'm sure a lot of the speakers did from the era. But it just kind of has a tweed look, I don't know, a vintagey, it's really cool. And of all the speaker grills, I think they look very good. So now my plans with these are ultimately restoration. I do want to recap the crossover, but the main thing that I got to do is the main 10-inch driver on one of these. I believe the coil is separated and obviously doesn't work, so I have to replace that. Now, the thing with it, I have to find a very high efficient woofer. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. I can't just get one. I kind of want to get both of them, even though the driver on the other one is just fine. Another thing to note that I always thought was weird is the way how they kind of have the drilled holes inside the dust cap. I tried to research it and I didn't really find anything with it, but if anybody knows anything about that too, please feel free to comment. So now in perfect blown capacitor fashion, what I want to do is go ahead and we'll disassemble it. Not really disassemble it, but we'll take the woofer out and give you guys a look at the crossover and give you guys a look at, you know, what's going on and how they're built on the inside. They were made very well. It was a very nice speaker. I'm really looking forward to restoring it and listening to it because, yeah, that's what you do. Alright, so I figured before we take the woofer out and check out the inside, I'll give you guys a little bit of a better look at the back. Luckily enough, there's still this old ID tag on the back of one of these, and it's actually really cool. And there's kind of the little back panel thing with the switch like I was talking about and the inputs. And it kind of goes into that down here with the level control. It also shows you some of the characteristics and a couple notes and stuff like that. So really cool. I mean, yeah, this just really is a gorgeous speaker. Really looking forward to getting this thing restored and using it. Very quick little funny story. My uncle is a hi-fi fanatic and has been for years and owns a very, very nice system. And so I was talking with my aunt. I was kind of like, hey, could you ask Uncle John about this Pioneer speaker? You know, has he ever heard of it or anything? And I guess when she mentioned it to him, he kind of went off on a rant about it for an hour or two. So complimenting it. So that's very, very cool with me. Alright, so while I remove this tweeter to give you guys a look at it, I kind of want to tell you a story about a actual pretty cool event that happened to me and something that's going to help me with content in the form of some stereo equipment that is now in state from out of state, coming from actually one of the very first friends that I've ever had in my life. And there were three brothers, and we all moved away and parted ways. And about the only good thing about Facebook, I think, is you know, the fact that you can get back with your old friends and stuff like that and keep in touch with family is the only good thing. But I think everybody should stay connected on YouTube. But anyways, I digress. He brought me 3 different sets of speakers, which are vintage and which are very nice, and a nice receiver. And I cannot wait to check them out and do videos on them. So check out these old school tweeters. I don't know what this is called. I should research things more. I thought these were just kind of the newer style, but you used to see this type of magnet a lot back in the day, and just made so well. And look, they actually give you enough lead to work with. So nice. So the polyfill, hold on, let me go ahead and change a perspective. Okay, this should be better. So the polyfill is that really dense gray type, kind of like the ones that were in the Optimus. There's no shortage of it, and they kind of staple it to the backs and along the side. So it's kind of hard to see, I apologize. But there's a lot going on that crossover. I see 3 ferrite core coils, we have 3 electrolytic capacitors, and we have 3 resistors. Also, you can see that switch. But yeah, it's very, very well made. It's a very, very nice speaker. I'll give you guys a little bit of a closer look at the woofer and all the way down into the coil, you can see. For you guys who like to look at the numbers on the speakers, there's that for the tweeter. And there is the mid-range. Do with that as you will. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions on this topic, or any general questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to put them in the comments. And give a like, why not?